Welcome to By the Numbers. I'm Pep Fernandez, and this guy has all the high school sports knowledge, EPJ. And Eric, let's start with your last week's question from By the Numbers. Going back to the state wrestling championships, Christian Pagdalao from Santiago won a state championship, as did Bloomington's Derek Jones, but not the first tandem from the local area to do that in the same year.
Right. I mean, the question that we had was, when was the last time we had a double state champion from the two-county area? And the answer there would be 2001, when Pacific's Tommy Vargas won a title and Barstow's Lionel, I believe it's Aspinaru. Or
that looks about right.
Yeah, I'm looking on that. From Barstow also won a title. So that was the last time we've had the double champion. Ever since then, it's always just been one for the Inland Empire when we've had a champion. So a great year with Pagdalao and Derek Jones, and of course, Derek Jones the third returning next year.
Yes.
Returning next year.
Yes, he will. He's only a junior this season. All right, now going to hoops, the Riverside North boys basketball team making this deep run, CIF champs, now in the state playoffs, and they've reached a certain plateau that not many North High teams have done.
Yeah, I mean, you could talk about North being one of the most storied programs in our area's history, but their victory over Hanford West last Saturday gave them their 30th victory of the season. Only the third time North has ever kind of hit that plateau. So they won 31 games in 1993, and they won 30 games in 1984. And the interesting thing there is we have connections on this year's team to both of those previous teams. Of course, Dorian Butler is the son of Kelvin Butler, who was one of the stars of the 84 team, and Adrian Hughes' father, Ronald, played on the 93 team. And right now, North, only the 13th team in the two-county area ever to hit 30 wins in a season. And they have a chance, they win a state title, to become the winningest boys basketball program in a single season, if they can get that with 33 wins.
And they really gutted out a nail-biter against Hanford West. I'm being sarcastic here, of course. But Hanford West with a furious fourth quarter against the Huskies.
Yeah, I mean, as I kind of said in my story, a little consolation for Hanford West, considering they lost.
Came a long way to get beat.
Yeah, I mean, to lose by 38 and the game wasn't really even that close. I mean, it was a tough one for Hanford West, but in that shocking result, only the second team in the postseason to outscore North in a quarter. They outscored them 7-4 in the fourth quarter. Of course.
But a disclaimer here.
Yeah, disclaimer here. North starters had been on the bench since the early part of the third quarter, and it was also played with the running clock, so not a lot of opportunities for North to score baskets in there. Of course, the other team that did outscore North in a quarter this year was Villa Park in the championship game with a 21-9 fourth quarter that almost ended North's championship hopes there. They fell 1 point shy there. But North, 26 out of 28 quarters, they've outscored opponents in the postseason. That is an impressive, dominant, consistent run by the Huskies.
All right, from North now to Vista Murrieta, the girls basketball team, in uncharted waters for a basketball team from the southwest part of Riverside County, and they're still going strong at this point.
Yeah, there's been some quality teams out in southwestern county. The ones that immediately jump to mind are some of the Paris teams have gone, pretty far and everything. But Vista Murrieta, if they should win their regional semifinal game tonight against Canyon Springs, would become the first Southwest basketball team, boys or girls, to ever make it to a regional final. And even more historically, only the second team in any sport to make it to a regional final. The only other team to make it there was the 1982 Linfield Christian girls volleyball team, which did win the regional final and advance to the state title game. Kind of a different format. So I know obviously Murrieta Valley Golf has played in some regionals, but when it comes down to head-to-head matchups, Vista Murrieta definitely looking to become that first that basketball team to make it there.
And because of basketball teams such as Vista Murrieta, we've kind of been slowly easing into the spring sports, but recently a Roosevelt track and field star did some big things that caught your eye.
Yeah, I'm blanking on the last name, if you can help me out here.
Here's your, every Tuesday, check out By the Numbers with EPJ.
Yeah, Gardenia Centenaro of Roosevelt out at the Los Osos Invitational had a pole vault of 12 feet 6 inches that broke the inland area record. Roosevelt tweeted out it was a Riverside County record, which is true, but it's also a two-county record, also topping any San Bernardino County pole vaulting record as well. So the question of the week was, whose record did Centenaro break? It's a record that has stood for nearly a decade.
All right, so that's this week's question of the week on By the Numbers. We'll give you the answer next Tuesday. I'm Pep Fernandez. That's EPJ. I'll see you next time.